everyone, I'm Merlin Jennifer from Team Impact. Today we have special guest, Mr. Koteswaran sir, who's the director at HCL Technology Limited, over 20 plus years of vast expertise in his domain, especially in embedded engineering R&D services. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Bashir.
It's going to be a short session, so let me dive straight into the questions here. So let's start from the origin of your career path. What inspired you to pursue a career in embedded engineering?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I would trace this passion towards my childhood days. We used to have a radio in my house, right? And that used to be like, in those days, the radios used to have walls, right? It is called diodes and triodes actually. Now you have small diodes and triodes actually. You would have seen in the labs. But in those days, it would be like vacuum tubes to be there. So my path used to repair that, and whenever the channel is not coming, used to tweak some of the components to get the stations actually. So I will be sitting close to him and we'll be watching that how the communication is happening by tweaking some of the components. So that stayed in my mind actually. So I was very curious that I want to get into some kind of that kind of electronics. So after 10th standard, I voluntarily took diploma because that is the easiest way, a quick way to get into that, hands-on into that. So then I took easy of my choice. To get the easy at the time, you have to score good marks. I studied well, get into there. And finally, again, the interest was kindled. Again in BE, I took EC. Again in PG also, I took the same EC. So I was taught embedded, for the past 40 years of my life, almost in the embedded domain. I would say that. So that's my question actually. So I just took it.
Wow, sir. So a simple childhood incident sparked the passion towards embedded engineering.
That's grounded.
Wow, that's really impressive. So moving on to my next question. Throughout your vast experience, almost 20 plus years working in embedded engineering, what are the life lessons that you've learned along the way while crafting your own market list?
Okay. So the embedded system is a very picky thing. Actually, it has two components. One is the hardware and other is the software, right? So the designs in the hardware is very costly. If you make any mistake in the design, right? So it will cost a lot because the errors cannot be rectified. You have to again go for a new design. In software, it is not like that. So I started my career in hardware. So that taught me that whenever you design or plan anything, right, you need to be so perfect actually. You ensure that you need envisage that how in the execution some errors can happen, or if the errors happen, how to mitigate that, do you provision for those things. So all these things contribute to that, and that also carries to the life also, right? So whatever you do, right, you plan it very well actually, and then execute it. During execution, if it happens, what is the plan to rectify? So that's the kind of like lesson we had actually. And of course, when you learn the hardware and go for the software, you have the combination of both the detailed plans with the execution of the fast also. Right, you execute it very fast also. So that's a unique advantage, and I run through this profession.
That's something really wonderful,
Right.
sir. And as moving on, is there are young individuals who are pursuing PC right now, want to go into embedded engineering and especially in the research and development side. What advice would you give them?
So first they need to identify the problem statements around them, right? That is very important. Problem statement is very important. So I would probably, there are two aspects to the research. One is the problem statement and then categorizing the problem statement. So I would probably give it in a very quadrant way. If, for example, if you define the problem statement, you would have studied a lot of theories. Either you put that in a old theory or a new theory. And to solve the problem, either use the old technology or a new technology. Right? So that way you get a two options. Right? So four options are there actually. So you place the quadrant actually. If it's a old theory and a old solution, you don't pursue that actually. Old theory and old technology, don't pursue it. Nobody is going to like that actually. Something if it is a new theory and old technology, then you can try to do in that area. Or if it is going to be a old theory and new technology, that also you can try. If it's both are new, you try that first actually. That's going to be disruptive, right? So that way I think the people can First, identify the problem statement and mapping a quadrant, and then pursue whether it is worth pursuing or not. If it's worth pursuing in the other three options, dive into that and then get it to there.
So, but in the fourth corner, you said new technology with the new security would work much better. But since both are new, there's obviously a lot of obstacles coming in it. So, what is your advice to overcome them and from unskilled pursuit or passion for the ambitions?
So the new TV and the new technology is not for all kind of people actually. It's only for the very brilliant and very niche people actually, right? A person who's having, like, I would say that is, say for example, uh Thomas Alva Edison, when he invented light, right? The light, right? He didn't sleep for 72 hours. It's a penance, right? So it's a penance actually. If that is the kind of the desire you have, then you go for the kind of toe. Otherwise, I think people has to go to the one theory, a new technology, a new career, or technology. So that is how you have to do it. The person who is pursuing the old new theory and new technology is a go-getter. He will see, he will any obstacles, he will do it actually, right? So when you go there, right, the the the, the environment will unfold by itself, and the obstacles will be removed actually, right? So the nature isn't really come and then help you. That's how they read. You may get some dream with where that can be the answer also. Unless otherwise you do that parents. That's what. So if you do that and without any entrance in the thought process, your obstacles will not be there.
Wow, sir, the fashion you have towards it and the mindset you things, it's really impressive. Thank you for the informative sessions.